Hello, my name is Logan and welcome to another video. Today we're talking about the cursed Walt Disney World attraction. What is the cursed Walt Disney World attraction? Well, there isn't one, but if Walt Disney World News Today can use clickbait to steal money from a pre-existing copyright, then why can't I? Fuck you, Tom! For legal reasons, this is a joke. Anyway, what we're actually talking about today is Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger spin in Tomorrowland and the unusually excessive amount of attractions that have filled the space before the popular shooter took hold in 1998. I've decided to call this video the Cursed Walt Disney World attraction because a lot of attractions have laid home in the building only to close shortly thereafter. Let's find out why, shall we?
If you had wings.
If You Had Wings opened on June 5th, 1972 and was sponsored by Eastern Airlines, the official airline of the Walt Disney World Resort until 1987. An Omnimover attraction, guests would travel through different lands that could be flown to on an Eastern Airlines airplane. 70mm projections were pasted onto small set pieces in order to immerse you in the experience of being in different places around the globe, such as Mexico and New Orleans. You would watch these videos while the repetitive yet catchy song If You Had Wings played in the background in an attempt to hide the clicking of the projectors. It's commonly agreed upon that that didn't work.
If you had wings, had wings, had wings. If you had wings, had wings, had wings, had wings, had wings.
The best part of the attraction, according to many guests, was the speed tunnel. This featured a 180-degree screen that simulated a jet taking off, followed by seeing other forms of transportation like water skiing and a dune buggy race. Even this wasn't particularly great, as the videos were fuzzy and poor quality. Although the attraction had a decently expensive $10 million, $65 million in 2021 money, to make, the attraction was free and didn't cost a ride ticket to experience, like all the other attractions in the park did. For a quick reminder, from the opening of Walt Disney World in 1971 until 1982, guests had to purchase individual vouchers that would be handed in at the entrance of each attraction. Each voucher had a letter on it, A through E, A being the least thrilling and E being the most thrilling attractions. Even with the free and unlimited admission, the ride suffered from immensely low wait times, and many people only chose to experience it for the air conditioning. Similar to many attractions in early Epcot, this ride fell victim to sponsorship and became a giant advertisement for Eastern Airlines. However, in 1987, Eastern Airlines pulled their sponsorship from the attraction. They were a failing company who liquidated all of their assets only 4 years later in 1991. They couldn't afford the upkeep for the attraction that wasn't even making them any money. So the same year that Eastern pulled their sponsorship, Magic Kingdom lost If You Had Wings. Now, if we know Disney, we all know that they love to recycle and reskin rides in order to save money and market a new attraction. In comes If You Could Fly. This is basically the same attraction as If You Had Wings, only with every mention of Eastern Airlines removed, including the annoyingly catchy If You Had Wings song. The other main change to the attraction was a scene of flying birds at the beginning rather than a short film about Eastern Airlines. This version was received even worse than the original, as many longtime fans of the attraction felt so due to the infectious tune. This version of the attraction lasted a little less than 2 years as a new sponsor was coming in to save the day. Hopefully.
Delta welcomes you back from your dream flight, the fantasy flight of your life.
On June 23, 1989, Delta Dream Flight opened to the public in the same space at the south of Tomorrowland. Now sponsored by Delta Airlines, this ride chose to show the history of aviation rather than places you could visit on an airplane. This ride was a lot more cartoony than its predecessor, made to look like a pop-up book, although it did use many of the projectors left over from If You Had Wings. For example, there's a scene in this attraction that simulates going into the engine of a jet plane. The former speed tunnel now simulated space travel as guests looked down on a futuristic city from above the Earth. The video that aired in this tunnel was the first ever 70mm theatrical animation done completely with computers. The music in this attraction was written by Bob Moline, who is known for many Epcot classics such as Energy, You Make the World Go Round,
Energy, you are profound. You make the world go round and round. You make the world go round.
Listen to the Land, and
Let's listen to the land we all love. Nature's plan will shine upon. Listen to the land. Listen to the land.
and Golden Dreams from the American Adventure.
America.
spread your golden wings, sail on freedom's wind, cross the sky.
In 1996, Delta was questioning whether or not to continue sponsoring the attraction, as they were also sponsoring the 1996 Summer Olympics in Atlanta, Georgia that summer. While the decision was being made, the attraction changed its name to Dream Flight, but Delta remnants were left in once you entered the building. By the summer, Delta had decided to pull out, and yet another attraction was gone. On June 5, 1996, Take Flight opened to the public, technically being the fourth attraction to run in the space. Only slight changes were made, including removing all references to Delta Airlines and re-recording the attraction's theme. Again, this version of the ride lasted for a little less than 2 years. As many Tomorrowland attractions were losing their sponsors, Disney came up with a fake sponsor to fit into the new Tomorrowland theme of the late 1990s. The Tomorrowland Metro Retro Historical Society sponsored this attraction along with the Carousel of Progress and the futuristic city dioramas within the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover. They're fake as far as I can tell, but there's also a Facebook page with the same name, so if they did sponsor these attractions for real, please let me know. I assume this to be a similar concept to the Imagination Institute over at Epcot or XS Tech over at Extraterrestrial Alien Encounter. Anyway, Take Flight closed on January 5th, 1998, to make way for another spaceman to come to Tomorrowland. And here we come to today, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. In November of 1998, the first of its kind attraction opened and was sponsored by Mattel. They pulled out after 1999 when Toy Story 2 came out, but being a Pixar IP, Disney was willing to put in the money to upkeep it themselves. Fun fact, this was the first time people were introduced to Zurg as a character, as the ride opened just a year before Toy Story 2 was released in theaters. Some remnants stayed behind from Delta Dream Flight, such as the sign at the front of the attraction being a repainted version of the old sign. In the Planet Z room on the ride, some chickens from the Delta Dream Flight farm scene were painted green to appear more space-like. The speed tunnel now has a projection of Zurg in what is referred to as the Spider Bot, where you can shoot at him as he flies across the screen, although many players have said it's not worth it as he doesn't give you many points to hit him. So is Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin doomed to close as well, only to be replaced by another short-lived Omnimover? No one can know for sure, but I don't think so. The attraction has been open for almost 25 years at this point, surpassing all of the others in terms of time. Even all these years later, the ride is still continuously getting high wait times. As I write the script on July 27, 2021 at 11:23 a.m., the ride currently has a 55-minute wait, one of the highest in the park. The ride may close at some time in the future to make way for something else, but as Disney continues to push its IP-centered business plan, I don't think we'll see this one go away anytime soon. The ride is so popular, in fact, that every castle park around the world had some version of the attraction until 2019 when the Hong Kong version closed in place of an Ant-Man themed attraction. From 2006 to 2019, this was one of only 2 attractions to be in every castle park across the world, the only other one being Dumbo the Flying Elephant. So there you have it, the cursed Walt Disney World attraction. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe if you'd like to learn more about niche things that no one else seems to care about. I can't wait for you guys to see some of the content I'm coming up with, so stay tuned. See you next time. Bye!